My name is Janina Ellis. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, and I paint people. And specifically, I like people that are congregating in public places. I like train stations. I enjoy painting art museums, anywhere where there's a group, where there's dynamics, where there's crowds, that high energy of people traveling and moving and going places. And so anywhere where I can do a photo shoot from a high location, where I can just capture the people moving around and congregating. I start with photographs because I can't fabricate how people stand or how they disperse themselves or how they relate to each other. So I definitely work from a reference photograph. And then I take a canvas and I sketch it on in acrylic. And then when I'm very, very confident in my underlayer, then I switch to oil. Well, I say that the people have personality but no identity. So I intentionally paint just enough to imply a figure, to imply emotion, to imply a relationship. They're still supposed to remain anonymous. For it to evoke a memory or for you to identify with a certain individual in the painting, and if they were exact, you couldn't do that. It's fascinating to me how people relate in a crowd. Like the more you look at a crowd scene, the more you see what's going on. You see people by themselves having a moment. You see people walking 2 by 2. You see people looking at each other from across the room. And so the more you analyze the individual people, the more stories you see, and the more stories you see developing. So it's not so much that it's a generic crowd, as that it's a group of individuals relating to each other in some way. I am delighted to be part of the St. Louis Art Fair. I've heard that it's an incredible show. I've heard this from artists around the country, and so I'm delighted to be accepted this year. I'm happy to be part of it.